Hey, what's up guys? It's your man 4yam again, back with a new video for V Rising. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different because we're not gonna talk guides or tips and tricks for V Rising. Instead, I am very excited to announce a partnership with GPortal and also share my two dedicated V Rising servers with you guys, which have been running for a while right now. The first one is a casual PvE server, which will be perfect to explore the game at your own pace and also meet new people to play with. While I only just finished playtesting the second one, and boy oh boy, this one is gonna be a hell of a challenge. If you are a V Rising veteran and are looking for the ultimate experience for both PvE and PvP, I'm gonna share the direct IP so you can join them right off the bat, talk about the main settings so you know exactly which one is gonna be perfect for you, and in the end I'm also gonna announce a little giveaway competition. So if you participate with this one, you have a chance of winning a DLC and also a V Rising key for a friend to give away. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it. Alright, so before we get started, I want to give a shout out to GPortal, the official server partner for V Rising, which I also recently partnered with. So I am very excited about this one, as I'll be able to host even more community servers. By the way guys, if you want to host your own servers, definitely make sure to check out my referral link in the description, as it allows you to get 10% discount when checking out, and in return you will also support the channel when using the link. Already very much appreciated. Anyways, let's check out the two servers which I am very excited to share with you guys. Two dedicated servers for the public, let's say, so you guys can start playing together. So the first one is my casual PvE server, which has been running since day one. I don't want to reset it just yet, that's why I made another IP. So this is actually a second instance of said server, and this one will basically give you the best possible vanilla experience to explore the game at your own pace, or maybe meet other people to pretty much beat V-Blood bosses together, gather some resources together, or maybe build an epic castle. So let's get you familiar with the main settings of the server so you can start playing right off the bat. So for this vanilla server, we basically allow clans of up to 4 people. So you can be a lone wolf, you can do some duos, 3s and also 4s. Everything is accepted. Then we also have bloodbound items enabled, so you don't have to worry about losing your precious weapons and armor when you die. I also decided to toggle off PvP for this IP address, as it has been on since day one, and the people are just too friendly in this community. People were always helping each other, so there was actually no point in having PvP enabled really. But of course, if you guys want to have it enabled again, let me know in the comments down below. I want to focus on the PvP with my second server, which we're going to talk about in a second. Then for loot, resources, blood, AI HP and also the AI damage, everything is going to be set to default. So you're going to have the best vanilla experience in V Rising. The only two major settings I decided to tweak a little bit are the blood drain and decay of your castle. This is to pretty much prevent inactive bases from taking up building space. This is especially important for new players. It's not fun at all if you simply cannot find a place to build your very first castle. It's also to encourage active play, let's say. And don't worry about it guys, the 1.5 is very small. It will still take over 10 to 12 days before your base starts decaying if your castle is level 4. So in general, this one will give you the best vanilla experience for V Rising. Just explore the game at your own pace, meet some people to play with, fight some V-Blood bosses. If you want to check it out guys, the direct IP is gonna be in the description. I decided to not make it visual in the video because it might change from time to time, and of course if you want to see more information about the server, you should definitely check out the sheet in the description and also the Discord, because right there you will see the full setting list for the casual PvE server. Now, onto the second server. Boy oh boy, am I excited to talk about this one. So I basically have a vision with this server. I've been playtesting it for a while and I think it is time to release it to the public. So with this one, I basically buffed all the enemies in the game. All the AI is gonna have a lot more HP, a lot more damage. So they're literally gonna feel like elite mobs. So it's gonna feel like an MMO pretty much. It's gonna be a true challenge to deal with V-Blood bosses, but even trash mobs and all the rewards they drop are also slightly optimized. So sometimes they will not drop 1,000 things, they will drop slightly less. So it's gonna be a lot harder to progress in this game, as sometimes you're gonna have to optimize your build to be able to get through a certain boss fight and also team up with others. So you basically have an incentive to play together and also trade resources with each other. I think this is gonna give an entirely new, fresh experience in V-Rising. So let's talk about the main setting so you know exactly what the server is gonna be about. The heroic PvP server is gonna be the ultimate experience for a true challenge. First of all, we're gonna allow clans up to 2 people. So solo, lone wolf players and also duo are very welcome right here. I wanna limit this because otherwise it might be a little bit too crazy if you get ambushed by, let's say, a party of 4 when you're playing solo. That is not gonna be very fair. I'm gonna enable bloodbound items for this one, as the progression is slightly more difficult. I mean, you already have to deal with those very strong AI mobs. I want to make sure that if you do happen to upgrade your gear, you'll be able to keep it as well. And of course, we want to enable PvP on this bad boy, as it's gonna make up for some pretty interesting encounters. Are you gonna take someone down, or are you gonna just try to approach him carefully and in a friendly way so you can, let's say, negotiate, trade with each other, team up to even deal with V-Blood targets, which is gonna be a lot more difficult if you're gonna do it solo otherwise. And then we also have the raiding. I currently set it to be determined because I want to know what you guys think about this one. Let me know in the Discord. It's gonna be a place where you can go to the dedicated channels for these servers, talk about what you think are gonna be the best settings for it. I just want to see what kind of people are gonna join the server. Will you have time to raid in the evening, or do you prefer raiding during the daytime? Maybe you don't want to have raiding in general because the PvE is already gonna be very challenging on its own. Let me know in the comments, guys, and also on the Discord. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Anyways, to make progression a little bit more challenging and also optimized and realistic, let's say, make it feel more like an MMO, I also decided to nerf the drop of all the items. Loot, resources and blood will all have a times 0.66. And guys, don't worry, on paper it looks a lot less than the normal one, which is 1, but it's actually pretty close to it. It took me a lot of time to playtest and optimize these numbers, but these feel just right. This will be an incentive to trade with other people if you, for example, don't find that blueprint right off the bat, which you're gonna need for your base or maybe a new weapon or armor upgrade. So I think this is definitely gonna be encouraging to do more multiplayer MMO kind of stuff. And of course also work more with different types of blood, like the worker blood, which is gonna make farming resources a lot more interesting. Next up, we have the elite targets. So both the trash mobs and the bosses will have 2 times more damage and HP, so they're gonna feel like very tough targets. Of course, if you get the right gear, it will actually feel just fine. Just optimize your build to make sure you can deal with them. But this is also going to encourage multiplayer. And trust me guys, I did a lot of testing on this as well. It is very doable if you're on the same gear level, let's say, to deal with pretty much anything, as long as you know what you're doing, optimizing or tweaking your build for the right situation. Anyways, I also decided to optimize the settings for both castles and servants. First off, the castles will have slightly less floors on lower levels, while on higher levels it will feel practically the same. While for servants, I also made a similar decision to pretty much promote active play, because everybody knows these guys are just made for AFK farming, and you will still be able to do plenty of that if that's really your goal, but I just want to slightly reduce the amount of servants which you get per castle level, which is 5 on the maximum tier. Then, just like with the casual PvE server, I decided to up the blood drain and decay rate, as this will feel very realistic. A castle level 4 will still only start decaying after like 8 or 10 days without any refills. So this is just to encourage active play and make room for new bases, for new players, let's say, if people just decide to become fully inactive. I am very excited to hear your thoughts about these server settings, and if you want to join the server, you are very welcome to do so via the direct IP, which you can find in the description. If it happens to change over time, I'll be able to adjust it right there as well, but you'll be able to find even more information about the server in the Discord and also the server description itself. Some people are probably like, whoa dude, this is too hardcore, 2 times more damage and HP. But trust me, I did so much testing and it is so much fun. To encourage you a little bit more to play on the server, guys, I'm gonna host a little event. So I'm gonna do a giveaway competition. The first person who manages to beat Solaris the Immaculate on the Heroic server and takes the Soul Shard to its base, make a screenshot of it and also share it in the Discord, will be rewarded with the Dracula's Relic DLC pack, as well as a free key for V Rising. So if you want to reward somebody else who helped you with this battle, or simply want to give it to a friend, well, this might be an extra incentive to start playing on the server. As next contest, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to do some duels or maybe a building competition where people make like the most beautiful castle. I should definitely do some more giveaways for that in the future as well. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. I want to wish you a lot of fun playing on my servers. And of course, I don't have to remind you on the fact that if you want to host your very own one, you will have a 10% discount with my GPortal ref link, which you can find in the description. Guys, have an awesome day. I'll see you very soon with a new V Rising video. Right now though, it is 4 AM out. Till next time. Peace.